Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Kanika this side from Handmade by Kanika. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn the bell notification on so you never miss an update from us. So welcome to the Steampunk blog hop, and don't forget to check out the description box as we have some amazing giveaways. So now let's get started with the tutorial. So here I have taken a card base and using my rectangular tag punch from Dress My Craft I have punched it out, and then for the next layer I am using the Dress My Craft My Gentleman pack, and this is the sheet which I have already trimmed off 1/8 inch size smaller than the base cardstock, and this is how it looks, and I layer it up like this. Now for the next step, what I'm going to do is I want to give a 3D layer. So here I'm using my 3D foam tape between the base layer and the pattern paper layer, so that little bit dimension I get, and this is how it looks. So as I will be working on pattern paper, so here I'm using clear gesso from Art Basics, that is Finnabear, and I'll be applying one fine coat using my flat brush so that my pattern paper is primed up and I can work with the colors onto it. So meanwhile I will let it dry naturally and work on the next step. So here I have the rust pastes from Crema, and today I will be using the brown rust. I'll be using just this particular color, and what I'm going to do is here I have taken my stencil brush and I have taken up little bit of color, and then I'm just distressing the edges of the base layer using this. The reason I'm doing it because I don't want the white cardstock to be visible, and I wanted a layered and the textured background, and as I'm working on a monochromatic look, so I'm working on the shades of brown, so you can see that this will give a very nice touch up as the base to my pattern paper as well. And the reason I'm using stencil brush is that you can see those lines and they will give a very fine and nice uneven texture like this, and this would look beautiful. So now I'm just going to adhere. So as I want both the layers to stick permanently, so here I'm using IM Mix Art Medium gloss, and I'm applying that onto my 3D foam tape, and then I'm simply aligning both the layers and sticking them thoroughly. And can you see the background looks so beautiful already? And so now let's move on to the next step. So for the next step, what I'm going to do is I'm simply taking a little bit of color onto my stencil brush and doing dry brushing to give a very worn out, faded out color. And then here I have gear stencil and I'm using the texture paste, and what I'm going to do is here I have the 4-card chalk paint in the shade Java, and I'm simply adding little bit of color onto my texture paste so that I get a colored texture paste. So you can customize the color of your texture paste by this, and as I thought this was little lighter tone, so I added little more chalk paint so that the color saturates, and you can see how I am working with the monochromatic look. So the base tone has little lighter shade, now this stencil look has little bit of darker shade. So using my stencil brush itself, I am just stenciling it here and there, and I'm not stenciling it too much as I want just little bit of effect. And can you see how beautiful this looks? It gives a fox chippy look for sure. As the pattern paper has already some texture, so it has a busy background, so I am just stenciling it somewhere or the other as I don't want to end up stenciling the whole tag, and I want the layers, that is all the layers, to come up very well. So this is how it looks after the stenciling is done, and I hope you are enjoying it, so don't forget to hit the like button. So meanwhile here I have some of the gear design MDF cutout. So using the same rust paste I am going to color these. So what will happen, these MDF pieces will get a darker brown color tone, and the theme of the project, which is the steampunk look and the monochromatic look, remains intact. Now I am simply layering all these chippies which I have colored so that I create a base layer. And then for the focal point, here I have the Dress My Craft motif sheet of the same paper pack which I have used, which is the My Gentleman. And here I have fussy cut this element which you can see here. And now I am just adhering all these chippies to the base using the art medium gloss itself. And here I am using my silicone brush so that it's easier to add the medium and my paint brush won't get affected as well. And don't forget to share this video with your co-crafter friends so that they as well know the easy tutorials on how to make the mixed media tags. And similarly here I am going to add all these embellishments. And meanwhile, if you have any questions related to mixed media, you can ask them in the comment section and I shall help you out. And just in case if you have the Prima rust paste and they have dried out and you want to know how you can get back the consistency of the rust paste, I have linked a video, you can check out that as well. So don't you think it looks beautiful? We have just focused on one color and created the monochromatic look, and I just loved it. And if you want to see the exact pictures of this product, you can check out my Instagram post as well. So here I have taken a sentiment and I am adding a 3D foam tape on the back side, and I'll add the sentiment here which says World's Greatest Dad. And here I'm using my liquid adhesive to stick on this embellishment to the base. Isn't that an easy way to create your own mixed media tags, and that too with the limited supplies? So here I'm just removing the backing of the sentiment and adding my liquid adhesive and then sticking it. As it's a masculine project, I can't add too many embellishments, so I have to keep it simple. So here I have the art ingredients, art pebbles, and I have taken different sizes of them and using my clear adhesive. This one is from Heartfelt Creations and I'm using my Dress My Craft tweezers and simply adding those clear water droplets or these art pebbles, you can say. Now to add a little more drama to the edges of the project, here I am using my distress ink in the color Black Suit, and using my stencil brush I am picking up the ink, and what I am going to do is I am just inking it up on the edges. So the reason I am using stencil brush is that I won't get too much of the color on the edges and it will be just perfect. And now here I am using the satin ribbon twine in the shade white from Dress My Craft, and I am cutting 2 of these and I am simply going to add it up on the tag so it has that hanging. And then as it's a white shade, I am using the white shade as the pattern paper has little bit of white script, and using the stencil brush I am adding little more drama by adding the black shade. And that's it, our tag is ready. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you want to see more mixed media projects, all you need to do is go to the playlists and check out the mixed media tutorial playlist, and I have listed all the mixed media tutorials there. See you soon next time with another video. Till then, happy crafting!